I remember you mentioned in the UK is the heat wave yesterday. It's still really hot in there.
Yeah, yeah, it's not quite over 30 degrees anymore, but yeah, it's still hot. It's in the high 20s, and we're used to low to mid 20s in the summer. So our houses are built for the cold. So it's cold 90% of the time.
I think it's that's honestly surprising me. Uh, I'm always imagine people here hearing about the UK. It's a cloudy sky, right, and a rainy, of course, not a heat wave.
Very rainy, yeah. But honestly, it's the past month or two. Well, it's mainly the past month. It's all through June. It's been quite warm. We had a peak heat wave for about 3 or 4 days, and then yeah, this like we've not had any rain for so long now, and it looks like the next 10 days are all going to be quite hot.
But has the weather actually changed your daily routine at all, or not?
Oh God, it's been awful. So many people haven't been working. Delivered like all the bin men and things come a lot earlier before it starts to get hot. It's just we've obviously not many people have got aircon or anything. So if a lot of like nurseries have been shut, schools have been shut.
I hope it's a cool down soon. By the way, how's your day been so far?
It's been okay so far. I've been making a card for my granddad. And yeah, I've got a food delivery come in later. So it's just yeah, not much.
I'm glad to hear that, of course. But before I'm start this, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Anggara. You can call me Angga or Gara, and I'm an English literature student from Indonesia. Uh, this
Okay.
this interview is for one of my university assignment. Yesterday, I asked you to choose a three topic, of course, but we never actually got the chance to decide the topic. So I hope it is okay that I choose them myself because I already prepared my question.
Yeah, that's fine.
The three topics are the United Kingdom, society and social media, and recent issue in the UK. And also, would it be alright if uh,
So, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
perfect. Thank you so much. I don't want this to feel like a normal interview. Uh,
Yeah.
I'd rather just have a normal conversation. I'm so sorry if in advance if I ask you to repeat something because I'm still getting used to different British accent, of course.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Well,
a bit of a different accent here.
before we begin, could you introduce yourself a little? Or
Yes. My name is Alice. I live in the UK, just outside Bristol.
yeah.
Um, I'm 23. I worked for. I did a few jobs. I had to leave about a year and a half ago as my disabilities got worse. So that's where I'm at now.
By the way, nice to meet you. You
Very nice to
mentioned
meet you.
you mentioned you're from southwest of England, around Bristol. Is it? Is it right?
Yeah, around the southwest-ish.
Uh, re- Recently, I'm read an article about Bristol has a very different atmosphere compared with the London. So I'm really
Oh God,
interested
yeah.
to hear your perspective. uh,
Yeah, so I've only been to London a couple of times, but it's definitely Bristol's a lot friendlier, I'd say. In London, everyone's trying to get on with their day. They've always got somewhere to be. That like it's very much more busy. Whereas Bristol, pretty much everyone's got time to chat. People are just kind of go up there to vibe, to find something to do, to like with quite open plans and stuff. So if you go into Bristol, there's always someone to talk to. You can go into the fields. There's usually people playing music somewhere. There's people doing some sort of mural on the walls. Um, but like that again, I haven't really been into Bristol Centre for a little while now. But yeah, no, it's really good energy either way, really.
that's nice.
Everyone's quite friendly. Bristol is very, very diverse though.
See, but that's really makes sense. So if someone want to understand England better, what you actually recommend? They spend time outside London, where you where would you send them?
See, I see that question asked quite a lot, but Bath is quite nice. It's very like it's kind of stuck in history, I'd say. It's very old fashioned. There's lots of cobble streets. The buildings are all like the architecture is all very nice. London architecture is insane as well. But all around the Cotswolds, that's quite pretty. It's more of like a country feel. Um, Same if you go anywhere down south, like Bournemouth or Devon, or even Cornwall, a bit more. Yeah, that's just it's absolutely stunning all around there. Um, I can't say too much about up north. I haven't really been up there too much. It's a lot less common for people in the UK to travel up and down the UK. Typically travel over to Europe, over to like Spain or Greece or somewhere like that.
I see, I see. But I'm telling you about Bristol has a quiet. I'm read an article in a BBC. BBC is a Bristol has a quite a strong local identity. Would you say people there are they are proud of being from Bristol, or is it just another city to most local?
I'd say a lot of people are proud to be from Bristol. They'll see a lot of people will see something online that's happened in Bristol and they'll say that they're proud to be from there and things like that. Um, and like yeah, they'll kind of hype up that it's their city and things like that, especially like around football and things like that. We've got Bristol City and Bristol Rovers, so that can create quite a bit of hype as well.
But I have one question. Ken. Is there a stereotype about people from your area that make you laugh because it's completely wrong?
Oh God, I'm not too sure. I'm not really too sure what stereotypes there are. Um, there's a lot to do with like beans on toast and things like that. Um, People make fun of like beans on toast, saying about how everyone has that. Maybe even the tea, but everyone does drink tea, so that's not really wrong. Um, I'm not too sure. Oh, Bristol. Everyone says that farmers, Bristol are farmers. Bristolers. Yeah.
And that's actually funny. Yeah. I don't think people outside the UK would know that.
Yeah, it's just because Bristol is surrounded by lots of fields and lots of country, so it's um yeah, and lots of farmers and stuff. Lots of farming happens in Bristol, so
Speaking of people, that actually bring me to my next topic. If it's a what if, so what if one of your friends from Indonesia move, or if your a friend from another country move to your area tomorrow, what's one thing you you tell them they should learn as quickly as possible?
probably to do with traffic, to do with like the roads and things like that, because um the roads are very different, I'd say. They're a lot like they're very narrow, um and very strict. All the highway code, like you've got to I see a lot of people complain about how difficult that is when they move over here, is adjusting to that. And taking the test is very difficult. That's quite hard. Um, and also probably a lot of British people, as they go past people, they'll say, "All right, like, how are you? Morning." But it's just a passing thing. It's just don't engage in a full conversation, sort of thing. It's like a passing comment to be polite.
That's a really useful tip. I have heard of British people are polite, but sometimes quite reserved. Uh, do you think that's true, or is just a stereotype? That's a bit exaggerated.
Say that again. What about British people being polite? I think it's very true. Most people are polite. Most British people can be people pleasers. We love to queue. We love to, be polite. And that's like, no one wants to push in front of the other. No one wants to be perceived as rude. Um, you want people, yeah, it's mutual respect sort of thing, I'd say.
Uh, I have another question. Is it about a younger generation like we are? Have you noticed in the UK, if you visit in Indonesia, it's a change because many people just playing handball in a public space. Uh, is it in UK is not different? Have you noticed there's a change with the younger people or not?
Well, there isn't really many places for the younger kids to go, I'd say. So they sort of, in my area anyway, they've sort of resorted to stealing bikes and doing a bit of vandalism and things like that, and breaking into garages, going around on electric scooters or electric bikes, and with balaclavas on and things like that. That's been an issue lately, but they've not really got anything to do, these kids. There's kickabouts, but they're usually, that's like a court with like the footballs and stuff and all of that, but that's usually for the kids, same as the parks, they're for the children. Um, and then the next thing up is the bars and the pubs, and you can't do that until you're 18. So then there's that sort of gap from when you're about 13, 14 up until 18, that 4 or 5 years where there's not really much you can do as a teenager. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty hard for that age group in the UK because there isn't many things for them to do.
Is it has that changed since you were younger, or is it
Since
recently?
I was younger, we had this building built nearby us called the Armadillo, and it's
Yeah.
for it was for teenagers. It was full of pool tables and cheap food where teenagers could go. They could watch a film, they could play, they could socialize. But I think that's gotten a bit of a bad stigma over the years. There've been a lot of police involved there. There's been a lot of some of the naughty kids and things. So now it's sort of hit and miss. But I'd say it's probably, I'm not sure if it's probably gotten worse as like since social media came into it all, because obviously as I was a teenager, social media was very new. People were still doing clubs and a lot of clubs and things like that, whereas now people are a bit more scared of being on video. They don't want someone to take pictures of them, and so they'll would much rather not join the clubs and not go out and do those things, I'd say, as well.
Yeah,
It's probably gotten worse. There's less options.
that's good to know because yeah, it's a my another topic. It's about social media. I remember that if I ever visit. No, I like to move on to my last topic.
Of course.
I think it's not my really last question, but when you open your phone this day, what's your topic you keep seeing over and over again in the UK recently?
What's that in the news, did you say?
Yeah, I said news.
Um, been seeing obviously so much about the World Cup, but that's obviously not really news. You've got the game tonight, which is obviously England versus Argentina. In the news, there's obviously been a lot to do with Donald Trump and all of the things to do with all of that. What else was there? There is quite a few things that I have seen recently. I must say I don't look into the news too often because it's all quite dark. A lot of it can be quite depressing. Yeah, a lot to do with money, probably just like the financial, like what's happening with like because the renters' rights have changed recently in the UK. So it's more of a buyer's market or renter's market at the moment, and yeah, there's a few things that are sort of going on in that department. So that's kind of being spoken about.
I see.
And the heat wave, that's definitely in the news to do with weather and climate change and all of that as well.
I see. But it's my last question for this interview. Have you,
Sorry?
if you can come back to interview you again 5 years from now, what do you hope will have a change in the UK?
I'd hope that housing would become a bit more affordable. Maybe food could be a bit more affordable. Heating and bills and all of that could be a bit more affordable. Like if the wages could match everything else, or the inflation, basically, it's all a bit behind, I'd say.
Well, that's all of my question. But thank you very much for your.
That's okay.
I really talking with you. Honestly, this I feel much more like a conversation than an interview, and I learned a lot from hearing your personal experience. Of course, thank you again for
Course. I do
helping.
apologize if I waffled a little bit or went off topic a little bit. I've got a bit bad habit of doing that.
But it's okay. But thank you again for helping me with
Very much.
my accident, of course. Hopefully the weather gets a bit cooler soon. Have a
Thank you
lot,
very much. I hope everything goes well with your assignment.
yeah. Have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye.
Thank you, Angie. Bye bye.
Bye bye.